Hello friends, I'm Beatriz, your host here on Beatriz Book Nook, and today we are going to talk about all of my reads for the month of October. So the last month was a bit chaotic. I am quite happy that I was able to finish quite some books. So far the month we are still in the beginning and I have a lot. So what are we going to be talking about? Because I'm going to be doing this in a different order or in a different way that I normally do them. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to talk about the books that I started last month but did not finish and I'm finished now, or I'm trying to finish during this month of November. I'm going to talk about the DNF that I had, and then I am going to be talking about all of the books that I finished, how I rate them, and what are my thoughts on them. So let's get into the video, and I am excited, and let's see and know all about my reads, incompleted reads, and my finished ones. So let's talk about my incompleted reads, and I have quite a few books in here. So let's talk about the one that I started the first, and that one is Song of Silver Flame Like Night, and this is by Amélie Hwang. This is a buddy read that I'm doing with Laura from the book Hermit, but I haven't yet picked it up fully because life is getting in the way, other reads are getting in the way, and I haven't been able to fully immerse into this, but I'm quite enjoying the book so far. This is an interesting world, and honestly the way that they put local legends and the Chinese gods into here, it's very interesting. So I'm quite excited to keep going with this one. The next one that I started, it is Welcome to the Hyunam-Dong Bookshop by Hwang Bo-Reum. This is a book I am not going to be talking about a lot about it, but this is a book that I'm reading for a vlog here on my channel. And look at this cover, don't you think it is so pretty? But I am so excited, I cannot wait to finish it. And honestly, with this one I just want to take my time because this is a book that I am really enjoying and want to deeply and fully connect with. The last one, and this is fun because I am actually enjoying most of the books that I'm talking about. This is going to be The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. This is a buddy read that I'm doing with Danny over on Danny Dabbles. I am currently, let me see if I can find it. We are currently at the end of chapter 92, so I have read about a little bit less than 100 pages. I am quite enjoying it. I like and I'm really enjoying the Aladdin vibes that this book is giving me. I am also enjoying the setting and the characters. They to me feel very quite deep, and they all have different elements that make them their own unique character and very special. This is a book that you must probably have seen on my recent book haul, but I'm so happy that I got this, and especially the hardback edition, because I'm really enjoying this one and I think I'm going to keep it with me forever. So this is it. Let me put these three here. So these are the three books that I started last month but haven't finished yet because I am reading, but I am not reading as much as I used to do due to work. But that is normal, life keeps going and I still have to find my true honest balance between personal life and work. And this is normal, this is what I'm working with right now, and I'm happy that I'm able actually to read something every day. So even if it's just one page, and that is progress. So now let's talk about the DNF and why I DNF'd it. For the DNF, I was actually going to be reading this book last month. I did start it. I think, if I'm not wrong, I read about 7% of it and I was enjoying it enough, but it was getting very confusing to me, and that is The Book That Wouldn't Burn by Mark Lawrence. This is not a definite DNF. This is a soft DNF. I am still going to come back to this book when my mind is a little bit more set down, when I'm able to focus a little bit more on books and just not reading them for just so when I have the mind to deeply understand what is happening in this, because from what I remember and from what I read, the book has quite an intricate magic system and an intricate system in general, and that was what is putting me a little bit off, but I was actually enjoying it. So I really want to come back to this one, maybe in the beginning of next year if I'm able to, but definitely has a longer project and not as something that I am going to be just reading, get done and go on. No, I think this for me has to be this chunky type of books right now. They have to be something of a longer and more in-depth project at the moment, and that is okay. That is okay. I have, I think, 4 more. I think I have 4 exactly. I have 4 more, and now we are going to talk about my finished books. Okay, so let's start with the book that I actually own physically so we can put the pile down, and this is A Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher. This was my very first experience with T. Kingfisher, and I did not hate it, but I also don't fully remember what I gave the book. Sorceress Comes to Call was my very first experience with T. Kingfisher, and I think it was a very successful experience. I gave it 4 stars. Why did I give it 4 stars? I think this was a very solid book. I think the mystery was interesting, and what the author was trying to do was very interesting, although I felt like in some little points, not all of the story, it did lack a little bit. And I loved the ending of this book. I think it was amazing the way that Cordelia and all of the other characters came together to end up the sorcerers, which it was very interesting. They did their research, they tried to think a lot and tried to find every piece of information that they were able to. So I really liked that. The only thing that I feel like I didn't enjoy it as much as I should have, let's say it like that, was really the fact that this sorceress was also one of our main characters. She is the mother of Cordelia, and I felt like at some times her mother was really just using her daughter for her own will and just for what she wanted. And I feel like, to me, this is something that I have a hard time connecting with, because me and my mom, we do have a very close relationship. We do fight, we do discuss sometimes, but we do have a very close relationship. And having this mother, having such an relationship with her daughter, where her daughter was basically a pawn on her story, this was a little bit harder for me, but I actually did really enjoy this book. In general, A Sorceress Comes to Call was a very enjoyable book. I actually enjoyed it a lot, and I cannot wait to discuss it next week with the Sibs Book Club, because this is for the book club that I host with Laura from the Book Hermit. So another one. This is not the first one that I finished, but one of the firsts that I finished. So let's get into the other ones. I want to talk about first the next ones. They were all with ebooks or audiobooks. I don't have the physical copies yet, but I will be getting most of them because they all deserve a space on my shelves. These books that I'm going to be talking about today were really amazing, and they made my month. So the first one is September House by Carissa Orlando. I deeply enjoyed this book so much. This was my entry onto the horror genre for books, and I couldn't have wanted a better book. I gave it 4.75. The only reason that I think I don't give it 5 stars was because 5 star to me deserves a little bit of my emotions, and this one didn't get as many emotions at some point. But honestly guys, if you want a creepy book with some creepy characters, and when they arrive they just cause chaos. This is definitely the book because I do really think Carissa Orlando does an amazing job with creating all of the setting for this horror. The next book that I want to talk about, and let's keep it within the horror slash mystery genre, is going to be Chaos at the Lazy Bones Bookshop. This is by Emily Duncan. This is a book about a city where they filmed a movie in there. I don't remember it fully. And this was for Leandra's from Leandra the TBR Zero book club book for her Patreon, and I actually enjoyed it. I ended up giving it 3 stars. I think it was a solid 3 stars. It was a very cozy mystery with capital C, but I think that the author did develop a lot with the talk about the city instead of the talk about what was happening and the murder and the mystery and who killed, who didn't. I think we were in some sort of way, it was interesting to see our main character, even though she wasn't a police or someone that was really investigating these situations, to think on and understanding what was happening. I think it was interesting because she knew the people that lived there. She was the best one to better understand them. I think this was very interesting, but to me the author talked a lot about the city itself, and I think if we had a little bit of city talk, I think this could have been a solid 4-star book for me. Last one, but definitely not the least, because this was one of my favorite ones and I already have a recommendation for a very similar book that I might love, and I have finally started the Caravel series from Stephanie Garber. I did read Caravel during the month of October for my 8 books 8 friends series that I'm currently doing here on my channel, and oh my god, I loved this book. I think this was the best setting that I could ever want. Although I don't like clowns, I do really enjoy the circus setting, and I think this one was the perfect book for me to enjoy those vibes. I loved Julian, I loved Scarlett, I loved their relationship. I also loved why Scarlett and Julian were so involved with the circus. I loved the Caravel Master Legend. I think it was an amazing character. I also enjoyed Scarlett's sister Donatella. I think she was amazing, and I really want to keep going with this series. This is a series that I know will be definitely having a lot of space in my shelves, and Stephanie Garber, if I do keep enjoying her books, I think she will be an author that I am definitely going to buy more from. But saying this, I think I have ended all of the books that I wanted to talk to you about today. I sadly haven't been reading as much, but I think I'm still doing quite well. This pile is quite big. There was only 1 DNF, although it was just a very soft DNF. I finished 4 books, started another 3, so I still feel quite accomplished. So friends, I think this is the end of this video. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, night or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all on Sunday. So until then, bye friends!